Tonight, WMBF News has 3 meteorologists and 6 reporters all working to make sure you know exactly what to expect with the dangerous river flooding our area is experiencing. We're back in just 1 minute with your live, local, late-breaking coverage you won't see anywhere but WMBF News at 7.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is WMBF News at 7.
We are very much in action mode. While the sun is out, this event is not over. Things are getting better in the Midlands. Things are about to get worse on the coast. Please be on guard. Please be ready that you may see voluntary mandatory evacuations. Don't make us, for that reason, have to come back here and tell you that the fatality numbers have gone up. We need to continue our prayers. We need to continue to be responsible and diligent as we move forward, and we need to continue to remember that it is all hands on deck.
All right, Connor, thank you very much. You know, that water obviously still impacting our roads. It's going to take a lot of work to get those area roads open and repaired so you can once again start to use them.
Audrey Bisk went to Florence County to find out what crews were able to start doing on the first sunny day in a week.
Roads stretched across Florence County were impacted by the heavy flood.
Thank you, Audrey. Now we turn our attention to Andy Stein. He's closely watching the spots on the road that are most dangerous this evening.
Yeah, just as Governor Nikki Haley was saying.
If you're not dealing with serious flood issues, consider yourself lucky. This is the time to start helping your neighbors, though. Next at 7, how you can give back. And from giving to saying thanks, a woman meets the first responders who saved her life. And game on. Floodwaters may have pushed the South Carolina's football game to Louisiana, but the rain couldn't stop it from happening. What you need to know if you bought a ticket to the Gamecocks face LSU. There is a serious need across the state, from everything from canned goods to cash, and you can help. Raycom News Network reporter Stephanie Robusto is in Columbia to show us how volunteers are making sure flood victims are getting what they need.
The emergency.
Stephanie, and whether you want help or you just want the very latest information on the flooding our area is experiencing, we have you covered on WMBFnews.com. We've created this special section called WMBF Flood Coverage. At the top of the page, you'll see here a slideshow. These are from you guys, and we certainly want more of those. You can send those pictures to WMBFnews.com. Under that, very important links of everything you need to know, from road closures to local school delays. It's all right here. Also on this page, every story we've done on the flooding in our area. In case you've missed it, you can find it right here on WMBFnews.com. They saved her life. Now she's getting the chance to say thanks. We'll take you to the reunion of a local woman and the deputies who pulled her from the raging floodwater.
Lower 70s for Sunday afternoon.
The Florence County Sheriff's Office handing out bottled water to areas in lower Florence County. Sheriff Kenny Boone and deputies took the 15 pallets of water to Cornerstone Baptist Church. Spartanburg and Cherokee counties donated the water. The South Carolina National Guard has agreed to send between 25 and 30 National Guard troops to help secure barricades in the county. If you have had to leave your home, there are some things you'll want to do when you return to make sure your family stays safe. Florence County Emergency Management gave us these tips. Look around the home for low-hanging power lines, foundation cracks, or other damage. Watch out for wild animals, especially poisonous snakes that may have come into your home while it was flooding. Keep children and pets away from floodwater that may still be around. And wear protective clothing like rubber gloves and rubber boots while you clean up. And clean everything with disinfectant that got wet. If you're trying to help flood victims but you're not sure where to turn, the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs has a few tips for you. Find the charity yourself. Be cautious of groups approaching you for money. Donate to well-known charities. Know where the money goes. Don't be afraid to ask what percentage of your donation actually helps the flood victims. Don't give or send cash. Your check or credit card donation is much easier to track. Now that the rain has stopped, North Myrtle Beach city officials are taking in the damage from the historic flooding. Today, I found out the hardest hit areas are north of Sea Mountain Highway and the Cherry Grove area. This picture shows city manager Mike Mahaney, who is over 6 feet tall. He can't even reach the top of the dune. A city spokesman told me a great deal of the sand was lost, dunes were breached, and in many areas the dunes no longer connect with the dune walkovers.
So if you're out there walking, just time your walk. And if you're walking from street side to the beach using a dune walkover, just be aware that some of them are undermined underneath.
Dowling says many of the worst areas are taped off. The city is working with state and federal agencies to get the money to fix these issues. They hope the emergency declaration signed this week will help renourish the beaches sooner rather than later. Gamecock fans hoping to see the team take on LSU will most likely have to catch the team on TV. With the game now moved to Louisiana, what the school's president is saying about the decision to take the event out of the Midlands.
Become a station for hit music.
When it comes to helping flood victims, there are a lot of options. From donating time, money, supplies, or food, it's a matter of finding the right fit for you. New at 7, there's a unique fundraiser happening right now that may interest local sports fans. 4 minor league baseball teams in South Carolina, including the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, are teaming up with a GoFundMe account. Here it is. The account is called Palmetto Strong, and it includes the Columbia Fireflies, the Charleston River Dogs, and the Greenville Drive. Each team donated $2,500 to the account. The goal is to raise $100,000. All money raised through this campaign will be donated to the American Red Cross of the Palmetto, South Carolina region. The University of South Carolina will not host the LSU football game that was set for noon Saturday in Columbia. The game will take place in Baton Rouge now. Kickoff is set for 3:30 in the afternoon. The school's president, Harris Pastides, released a statement this morning saying, in part, the stress on the law enforcement and first responders is too great. Moreover, we've had many in the Carolina family directly impacted by the flooding. He also said 85,000 fans in the area would just stress the region's recovering infrastructure. The team is still practicing in Columbia as scheduled. It is expected to leave for Louisiana on Friday. The American Red Cross will collect donations at the gates of the Tiger Stadium for South Carolina flood victims. Over these past few days, we've seen devastation and tragedy that no one could prepare for. Families losing their homes, entire roads washed out, and in the midst of it all, an emotional meeting between a victim of these floodwaters and 3 officers who saved her. WNBF News reporter Caitlin Stansel has that story for you tonight.
As Amber Lloyd gripped onto the storm drain, she said the only thing going through her mind was making it through this alive to see her little girl again.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple showers on Saturday, but at least kind of a long stretch here to let the river start to fall.
Things looking a little bit drier.
Yep.
And we'll have much more tonight at 11, especially that story about the local woman saved by the deputies. Have a great night, everybody.